Have you ever been out on a Sunday morning and come across groups of enthusiastic, eager-looking people, holding bags, chatting and creating an air of casual excitement? Have you ever wondered who they were or what they were doing? Well, they belong to a breed known as the Sunday morning footballer. Over the next few weeks, you're going to get to know them a bit better, on and off the pitch. The sport they play is the same as the professional version, except on Sunday mornings, they're not simply playing. They're involved in a game. The game. Good afternoon and welcome to The Game. The Game is a brand new series dedicated to one of the country's most popular pursuits, Sunday morning football. Now, right at the start, let me say that the standard of football you're going to see can't be compared to what you're used to at Anfield, Highbury or even Leyton Orient at Brisbane Road. But what we can guarantee is over the next 6 weeks, you will witness some exhilarating, unique and totally unpredictable action. Down below me is what the game's all about. There are 106 pitches here at Hackney Marshes in East London, and in about half an hour, something like 600 players will be taking the field. Some of them fast and fit, others not quite so fit, but all of them quite happy to give up their Sunday mornings with no financial return at all. In fact, most of them will have had to pay anything up to a £5 for the privilege of getting out of breath and covered in mud. But across the southeast this morning, more than 500,000 people will be doing exactly the same thing. So today, we're focusing our attention on pitch number 88 to find out what the grand attraction is. Coming up is coverage of a clash between two sides from the East London Sunday League Division 4. I'll say that again, the East London Sunday League Division 4, because that's the league we'll be following throughout the series of The Game. The two teams involved are Coburn, a well-placed team at the moment, around 3rd or 4th in the league, and the side who are rapidly becoming a legend in these parts, the Cock Hotel. But before we go down and join them, let's find out a little more about the league and the teams themselves. 1930. In the years ahead, he will become the first post-war Prime Minister and create the NHS. But first, Clement Attlee had another crucial role to play, setting up the East London Sunday League. 61 years later, his dream of giving the working man some escape from the grinding weekday routine is still going strong. For a spectator, is there things to watch?
You'd be surprised. You get people over there, you get 20, 30 people watching one game. They love it. And they get the laughs out of the game.
Yeah.
And they enjoy the game because of all this.
For this series, we've gone where the passion for the game burns the brightest. Down the divisions to the East London Sunday League Division 4. There's no glamour, no money down here, just 22 men and a football. And for the very first game of the series, we're travelling all the way down to the basement, where we find a side known as Cock Hotel. Builder John Smythe is a man with a mountain to climb. He was in the pub last week when the team decided they wanted a new manager. John was in the wrong place at the wrong time. Now somehow he has to turn Cock Hotel into a team of winners. The single thing in John's favour is that there are no ghosts from the club's glorious past ready to haunt him. In the 2 seasons of their existence, Cock Hotel haven't won a single game. What is the position with the club at the minute?
Disastrous.
Yeah.
There's only word to describe it.
Been like that for a while, hasn't it?
Yeah, the lads are turning up every week. You know, well, a certain amount of them turning up every week. There's nothing's been organised. Nobody knows when there's a match, when there's not a match.
So they played Shilton men some week, have they?
Yeah, I played a friendly a fortnight ago. I had to get 3 of the opposition to play for them, to make up the team.
The enormity of the task ahead was brought home to John at the Cock's midweek training session in the lounge bar at the Cock Hotel, East Ham.
Sunday morning, you pick the team.
The other guy goes like, well, I'm not playing, I'm not turning up.
That's what happens. The manager, whatever the manager says,
Listen,
that's what they do.
I want any picture team.
The team couldn't seem to agree about anything.
Turn up.
We've got Jim. Jim's been playing.
Superstar.
What's the worst defeat you've had?
What's the word?
No, that's not this side. This side. 10-0 in the cup. No, I'm letting 10 goals.
12-1 against Tesco.
No way I'm letting 10 goals.
12-1 against Tesco.
I will quite.
No, you've got to yeah, but we had a black team. 12-1 against Tesco. We lost. All black team.
But you weren't there, right?
No,
I won't play.
Even if they couldn't manage a win on Sunday, the Cock could still make club history. They can't catch Tesco, who have now folded, but Mansfield, one place above them, have finished their games and are only 1 point ahead. Because the Cock have a better goal difference, a draw would lift them off the bottom for the first time in their history. Standing in their way, however, are promotion-chasing Coburn.
Who's the subs, Cole?
Choose the ball right here then.
Colin.
I'm going for a best.
Colin, who are the subs?
Eric and Darren subs this week. Playing 3 at the back because we can still go up, but we need goals. 10 goals, about 10.
A big win would give Coburn a chance of filling one of the 2 automatic promotion places. And itching to pile on the agony for the Poor Cock Hotel was Coburn's hitman, their lager-fuelled centre-forward.
I'll tell you what, right? The last time I went out and got drunk Saturday night,
Yeah. You missed the Sunday.
we had a game against Tesco's and I scored 6 against them. And I had a terrible hangover. So, now, every time we have an important game, I go out Saturday night and get well slaughtered, and I'm alright in the morning.
Which left John Smythe hoping, dreaming.
It'd be nice to walk into the Cock on a Sunday instead of everybody saying how many. You know, it'd be nice to walk in and say, well, we've won.
Starting this Sunday?
Hopefully. Don't know.
Come on, starting this Sunday.
Don't know. Hopefully.
Say yeah, John.
2-0.
Well, that was midweek in the relative safety and comfort of their home pubs. But here, in the cold light of day and just moments before kick-off, what is the atmosphere in the dressing rooms like?
Are we taking the flags out or not?
The best 2 defenders on the pitch. Let's be coffee. Can we have coffee?
Goalkeeper, is that some kind of a herbal health-giving cigarette, is it? Now, with me throughout the next 6 weeks and hoping to explain the finer and perhaps not so fine points of Sunday football will be Terry Franklin. Terry's here because he was a player-manager of a double-winning side in a slightly higher league, but a Sunday morning league over in West London. That was Useley FC. Terry, first, welcome to the game. For the benefit of people at home, what can you expect to see in rank and file Sunday football?
Well, you're going to see a few cloggers, I suppose, a few runners, a few decent players who obviously play at higher standard this on a Saturday, but a few goal-mouth scrambles, a few kick and rushes, you know, a bit of everything really.
So let's run down the teams, and in blue we've got Coburn fielding the team they always plan to. In goal is Michael Caldwell, at 2 Alan Downton, 3 Nicky Happ, 4 is the 39-year-old David Mills, 5 Lee Boyce, 6 Lee Bender. The boss, Colin Hutchinson, plays at 7, 8 is Darren Jewell. John Priestaff, who's got 25 goals so far this season, is at number 9, 10 David Lambrianu, and 11 Peter Bartram. Their substitutes are Eric Burns and Darren Cuthbert. Playing in the Celtic strip is the as yet to win Cock Hotel, and this is their brand new strip. In goal is Chris Johnston, 2 Phil Conquest, 3 Tony Reynolds, 4 David Butler, 5 Steve Kingham. 6 is 35-year-old John Denny, their veteran. 7 Graham Payne, 8 Mark Kingham, 9 is Terry Black, 10 Derek Crooks, and 11 is Jimmy Kelly, coming in for Kevin Hearns. Their substitutes are Lee Fuller and Paul Markwell. Coburn to kick off, but most of the shouting at the moment coming from the Cock Hotel, determined to break this 2-year duck. Immediately the ball goes adrift and gets lost in the wind. Graham Payne trying to get through for the Cock. They're playing it out. Alan Downton trying to find some down to touch, but again, Graham Payne getting his second touch. Phil Conquest playing quite deep for a number 2 shirt. Right on by Terry Black. Mark Kingham going to be chased, but still can't be cleared. Oh, a hefty old tackle in there from Jimmy Kelly. Mills. That's going to be a throw to the Cock Hotel. So this is Mark Kingham. Throw for the Cock. Back to Kingham. John Denny. Beautiful cross in. And they've made it. Oh, a bit of a shove in. Derek Crooks had the chance if he could have looped it up, but it's always dangerous to play it in the air today. There was a chance. I think Michael Caldwell in the Coburn goal gave a bit of a shove as he come out, it looked to me. Steve Kingham, big centre half, very big, 6'3", I think. The old veteran looking for a way forward. Nicely taken out, but see, they're all right when they get the ball, but it's controlling it and looking for something to do with it. But nice, that's a good ball, very good ball. Jimmy Kelly's in. If Jimmy Kelly holds his head, but Kelly's still got the chance of Corbin. Kelly had an open goal. He followed it all the way through and wasn't offside. They're screaming for offside, but if Kelly could have kept his foot straight there, it'd have been 1-0. He had a good run in. He didn't quite know what he was going to do with it. That was Lee Bender coming across trying to make the tackle. Caldwell comes out and he finds all he's got to do is keep his foot straight. And if this wind keeps up, I think Terry and I might end up in the land of Oz. It's just really starting to affect things up here. Pre-start, and it was, yeah, the first goal, Peter Bartram, virtually their first attack. Made for him by John Priestharp, who's got 25 goals so far this season. There's Priestharp, who's got 25 goals, looks inside. And that's it, and that was how to put it away. The Cock Hotel had a similar opportunity and put it wide. And Peter Bartram, 19, a postman, scores the first goal in this encounter. The Cock Hotel find themselves behind. And is it going to be an instance of meet the new cock, same as the old cock? Well, that shows you what we're dealing with here today. That was dug into a depth of about 10 feet, and it's still blowing over. There's a bit of a meal made of that by Chris Johnson. Chris Johnson, he has time to see it, but the wind does take it away from him, but he does the right thing. It come off the inside the post. I didn't see quite who. I think it was Priestharp looking for 26 and came off the inside the post and back out again. It's behind you, mate. Graham Payne, extraordinary there. Graham Payne lost the ball, decided he'd made such a fool of himself he wasn't going to follow it, and then went over to his teammate and laughed about it, and the ball was still in play. That's why he never passed that trial for Tottenham, I suspect. Priestharp has got the space, and that came off. Yes, it did. It was, I think, was it an own goal? Did it finally come off? It was an own goal, yeah. Yes, he salutes it and says, yep, I don't miss from there. He certainly doesn't. That's Philip Conquest, who raised his arm to say, that'll do me.
I think the Cock Hotel have got to find the I mean, they was in control of the ball. It's Priestharp who takes the first shot. Look, there's Conquest. There's Conquest saying, yeah, get in. That'll do for me.
That'll do for me. Oh, and another. They're playing at the back. They seem to have absolutely no shape at all. And it's Priestharp running on again. He's finding Darren Jewell, who makes it 3-0.
Come on, Coburn! Oh! Get it, Foxy, out of there!
First two goals in about 3 minutes now, and a lot of hands on hips on the Cock Hotel side. Nicely taken, professionally executed there. John Priestharp, who made all the goals so far, looking inside, finds Darren Jewell, and Darren Jewell just puts it wide at Chris Johnson for 3-0.
Yeah.
Mr. Silverson, we might have to go and get a new notebook if the second half sees Cock Hotel fall away anymore. Nice bit of play there from Jimmy Kelly. Denny into the centre, a few running onto it, but then taken by Michael Caldwell. Well, it's going to be extremely interesting at half-time to hear what John Smythe says to his troops. New kit, new manager, new attitude, same old scoreline. Clumsy ball, by the way, back by Lambriano there. They were on for a nice little break. And that'll do for half-time. So, in the East London Sunday League, 4th Division, going with form at the moment. The Coburn 3, Cock Hotel 0. And just quickly, Terry, the second half, more of the same, would you say?
I would have thought so, yeah, unless Mr. Smythe there can have a word with his players. You know, I think they've got to try and get their foot through it, get it out of the back. Especially now they've got the wind. Big ball over the top, you never know your luck.
Listen, you're doing well. 3 poxy goals, by the way. 3 that should never been goals.
Well, Phil wants to live a bit.
But situations like that, just get it the fuck out of the park anywhere.
Clear it, don't fuck about at the back.
No use all that tap at the back, just get it out the fuck, doesn't matter where it goes.
Keep it going this up, lads. Come on, we're on top. Let's not let it slip away, eh?
So here go the Cock Hotel, refreshed with those words to see what they can do. There's been a substitution on the Coburn side. They've brought on Darren Cuthbert, 20 years old. He's a salesman in place of the very busy Alan Downton. I'm not sure why Alan Downton went off. He was the number 2, but hang on. I thought that was going in for a second. John Priestaff running through. There's somebody who's got their own problems with the Cock Hotel's umbrella won't even work for him. Bringing it away now, this is Mark Kingham. It's for Mills, who took a hefty tackle. There he goes, Mills. Yeah, that was all straight through, absolutely straight through. There's John Smythe, who says, "Come on, lads, look for it and come." I don't know. I think there's a lot to learn about managerial. He's learning the hard way. He's taken on the toughest team perhaps in the country. And he only got the job, as he said, because I was in the pub that night and they asked me. So, if you're watching this and wincing at some of the Cock Hotel antics, feel yourself lucky you weren't in the pub that night. You could have found yourself on the touchline here today. Well, Priestaff's judged on the side. He goes on, he kicks it up, he kicks it against the bar, he gets the ball back again. What a weird incident. There was a tremendous silence, and the lack of linesmen has led to offside decisions going the way of the forwards, and the ball fair slapped against the bar. There's John Priestaff looking for his second of the game and his 27th for the season. He does it all right, comes back nicely off the bar. It surprises him, but I think that was David Butler. Conquest on the near post again. You trust in him. This is Colin Hutchinson. What is happening in there? That's done it. Extraordinary goal in the end. It was the old pinball tactics for a moment there, wasn't it? I think that's Darren Jewell's second of the game. Was it? No, it wasn't. That was Lambriano. I apologise. David Lambriano. I've confused them a few times in the game, but that was very good. Touched on. It hits the bar for the second time in 30 seconds. It comes back. Nobody wants to take responsibility. Chris Johnson dives down at a piece of mud on the ground, I think, and it comes, and Lambriani just gets the all-important touch because it was going wide, and a slide tackle again from Chris Johnson can't prevent it being 4-0. Coburn 4, Cock Hotel 0. And we've had 5 minutes gone in the second half. Jewell. Oh dear, did he mean that? First class there, that's the second goal of the game for Darren Jewell. And yes, I'll say it, Darren Jewell, what a gem of a goal that was. It was first class. Here it is, catches it on the full. It's bobbling up nicely for him, wallop. Yeah, nice goal from Darren Jewell, that's his second and that's 5-0. Do you know, Terry, I'm not much of a pundit and I don't like to play prophet, but I think the Cock Hotel are going to lose this if they're not careful.
Oh yeah, I mean, unless the goalkeeper can really come on song in the next couple of minutes. I mean, there's no...
I really don't think John Paul, George and Ringo could pull this one round if that's how you talk.
I think there's nobody to blame more than the goalkeeper in that case. The defender done all right. He made him shoot from a long way out, but which he did. Goalkeeper had loads of time to see it, and unfortunately went straight through his hand. He got a little bit annoyed himself and punched the goal post, which is not a good idea for a goalkeeper, especially if you damage your hands.
No, he was putting a fag out. That's what he was doing.
Oh.
Priestaff defences another one, and he gets another one. Help yourself. That's his second goal. Cock Hotel are now going to really have to watch their tempers because nobody likes to get beat. Nobody likes to get beat when the cameras are there. Yes, he perseveres. He goes straight through Steve Kingham, who sticks out a leg, and he fancies it. Johnson's slow off his line. He gets 2 bites at it, and determination sees it right the way through, and that is his 27th goal of the season. And that means now we have the scoreline of Coburn 6, the Cock Hotel 0. They've even messed up the kickoff. So despite the new kit, new manager, the new attitude, the scoreline is awfully familiar. They're threatening the crowd now. They're taking it out on the few spectators. If they can't get them on the pitch, they'll get the people. He said, he's saying, I told you you should have brought your kit. We could have gone on here, would have pulled this round them. Mills, if Priestaff can outpace Kingham, and he can, he's on for a hat-trick here. And he doesn't get it. He's got an extraordinary style in the Cock Hotel goals, Chris Johnson. Pat Jennings always used to go for his legs, but Chris seems to go down for a ball like 20 yards before he needs to, you know. He just sort of sits there and defies people to go through him like a roundabout.
Pat Jennings used to go down with his legs, that's right, but Pat Jennings used to have his eyes open.
He does, he just goes down and he sits there and figures, well, maybe they'll hit me. It's a sort of hit and miss approach, and most of the time it's a miss approach. There's a nice break by Kingham though, but nobody's looking for a ball from him. Break him a Priestaff, and he's going to say thanks a lot, there's a hat-trick. He took it very well. Again, Chris Johnson was on his knees as the ball approached. Look at that, there's about 5 defenders around him. Not the best of shots, but he went down and got up again, Chris Johnson, and just follow it into the net. You've got to sympathise with him. I wouldn't take the jersey off him. Terry, I've lost it. What is it, 7?
7, yeah.
7. That's 7-0. 4 goals, in fact, in the last 12 minutes.
The Cock Hotel down there, I think, you know, they might be getting beaten, but I think they're a credit to the game of Sunday football. I mean, how many players, I mean, a lot of players I know are fairly good players. And as soon as you lose 5 or 6 games, they want to leave. I don't know about these sort of 2 years. Still there, they're no different. Their heads haven't dropped at all.
Mills, is the whistle gone? Yeah, it has now to signify a goal. It went so quiet then, it's sometimes very hard to tell whether they're just having a kick about. It's extraordinary what's happening there. He's either killing himself laughing or he's saying, dig a hole, I really am not going to go on television with 8 goals by me. It may in fact have been our second own goal of the game. Yes, it was. It was. Hesitate to suggest that Chris Johnson had it covered, but even if it did, Steve Kingham took that full in the face, and that can't have been pleasant. And that makes it 8-0 to add insult literally to injury. How long did Phil Conquest want then, do we think? Time stands still when you're 8-0 down. You ever been on the end of a drubbing like this, Terry?
I think the highest score against the side.
Hang on. If he can find the ball, they've scored a goal.
That's nice.
Listen to that celebration. Floated over, and there's a couple of opportunities. The ball is, I think, was laid back, and look at that. He goes through the legs, he has a dig, he has a look, and confuses them all. Goalkeeper commits himself, and the arms are raised. Come on, lads, they're saying. Don't forget, 7 goals is a dangerous old lead. Let's go for them. Is the hat-trick man? Is he going for 4? Is it always going to elaborate? And a save by Chris Johnson. Look at that. Chris Johnson saves ball sharp. It was John Priestaff who over-elaborated that, but when he came for the actual shot, the cat Johnson was ready for him. They don't all go by him. And that'll do. So the game pretty much running to form, and it was an entertaining game. I mean, you can't complain about any game with 9 goals in it. I suppose if you support a Cock Hotel, you could. And a final scoreline here on the Hackney Marshes, which has gone entirely to form. Cock Hotel 1, Coburn 8.
The ball came through, and Johnny Priestaff touched it here. Johnny gets the ball here, and I caught him, and he touched it, and I just run through and banged it straight in the middle. There it goes. That's the middle.
Nutmeg him at the same time.
Well, yeah.
Look at that.
I won't score many better goals than that this year.
I mean, what does it feel like to score a goal?
It's better than making love, put it that way.
Is it? You do it more frequently, you
mean? Yeah.
David Lamb's picked up the ball in the middle.
laid it through. I don't know who that is there. It's me, yeah. Yeah. See goal. Took back my leg. Whack.
Whoa! Yeah, get in there! Yeah!
Great goal. Pleased with that one.
But you know, you enjoyed it, did you?
Oh yeah, it's great.
Be back next Sunday?
Be back every Sunday next season.
That's the style, eh? Just finally, you predicted it would be what?
8-1.
And you were absolutely
and the result
right.
was there.
And John, you weren't far off. What did you say?
2-0 to us. Unlucky.
Thanks to both of you.
Right, yes.
Now on to a regular slot on the game, Incidents of the Week. And this is where we need your help, because if you videotape your own team's Sunday games, then send us what you consider to be the most spectacular action. Doesn't have to be goals, it can be tackles, it could even be fouls, anything you think will interest us. Now every week we'll select the best to show as Incidents of the Week. At the end of the series, we're going to pick one piece to be our Incident of the Season, and whoever sent that in wins a video camera recorder. Right, let's look at this week's Incidents. Martini FC, wearing the white shorts, are messing around on the edge of the box until...
Oh, got that.
Yeah, no problem. Do that kind of thing every week. It's the Gladys Perry Memorial Cup Final. Avenue in Blue are defending. You thought you had scored, you were wrong. Finally, here's Incident C. And that was Julian Nurse for Edmonton Rovers, delivering the early ball, as they say. And if Wimbledon are interested, his name's Julian Nurse, and I think he's available. If you've got an incident that can match those, send it to us at this address, and we will return all tapes. Right, next Sunday on the game, we stay with the East London Sunday League Division 4, but this time it's cup action and the Dick Coppock Cup semi-final between two neighbouring pubs right here in East London. The Thomas Neal v the Young Prince B. Can't guarantee 9 goals, but it will be extraordinary. In the meantime, from a very cold and windswept Hackney Marshes, this is Danny Baker for the game saying, look one way, kick it the other.